Take two, plug-in thermostat here, plugged into the timer. I got it plugged into the timer. Timer is actually turned on completely. And there it is. It's set on at 20 Celsius, and I'm going to turn it up till it turns on. And it's turning on. "23 Celsius, and it's turning on. And the thing is just turned off now. "25 it's set at now. 25. That's pretty cool. And it just makes a clicking noise. There, so now I have an actual real thermostat that is more better, you know, for sensitive control by temperature. Or if I choose to, I can just unplug the thermostat and continue using my timer like before. So this is a better way, you know, because I can set the thermostat and I can turn it down to save energy. Save energy. So I'll turn the thing down and set it at 20 or 68 Fahrenheit is where the thermostat is set at now. 20 Celsius, heat on 20 Celsius or 68 Fahrenheit. This is where I got the thermostat set at. Which is pretty cool. Not available in no stores in my area. You can only order online there at the Home Depot. And I hopefully they'll carry this product in the store at the Home Depot, because I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. Plug-in thermostat. That's awesome. That is so neat. United Kingdom came up with plug-in thermostats in the last 5 years. So this is pretty cool. You can run your space heater on it. It also says you can run your air conditioner, but for some reason there is no there's no heat and cool mode switch on it. So it seems to me it's only designed for heat mode only, but that's okay. It's no big deal. But you can set it for wherever you like it to be. That's cool. You can turn the thing up and down, whatever. Now, I got the thermostat plugged into the actual timer, and so I can either have it so it kicks on automatic or on, whatever. So I'll put it on, that way power stays on at all times. And then the thermostat here will kill power to the heater, which is pretty cool. I turn that on so it works. Now it's in an off position mode. And I just turn it up until it calls for heat. Until it calls for heat. Ready? It's not coming on yet. Oh no, that's 15 Celsius there. That's 15. 16, 17. So it turns the power on as soon as it reaches 17 Celsius. And then it will turn the power off once it reaches, so once it reaches 16 Celsius, power turns off, heater turns off, and then when you turn the thing at 17, or 17, so 16 off, and then once you turn the thing at 18, it calls for heat, which is pretty cool. That is pretty neat. And it's such a small little thermostat that it's easy, portable use. You can unplug it from the plug-in, whatever, and you can store it somewhere, whatever. And it's going to turn the heater on here. Just turn the thing on. There we go. Heater's on. $1,500 watts. It's really warm. And we go right over to the thermostat. Thermostat here. Alright, let's turn the thing down. And it turns the thing off at 17 Celsius. Then turn the thermostat back on. And it turns back on at 18 Celsius. So we'll set the thing at about 20. There, set the thermostat at 20 Celsius. This is sold in pretty darn cool. This is not available in the Home Depot stores yet in my area. However, I think they're working on carrying the product, so hopefully they'll start selling these in stores. But I was able to get it online there at thehomedepot.ca. So this is a plug-in thermostat. Pretty cool. First time I ever heard of it before. And it's supposed to be so much more better, more accurate than an actual timer, because this here doesn't really sense the temperature, but it's like a thermostat. So this is pretty darn cool. You can set it to whatever you want it to be. 22, 23, or 25. It goes all the way up to 30. 20. 20. So 20. 19. Turns off at 18. So this is pretty darn cool. I like this. This is awesome. Thanks for watching. Go Brave, eh? 19. There, set the thing at 20. There, I got the thermostat set for 20 Celsius, and that's where I'm leaving it. And you know what they say too? They say it just doesn't make sense for you to turn down the thermostat and then turn it back up by a few degrees, because honestly, you're just using more energy to heat the place up. It makes more sense to just keep it at one temperature setting all day and all night. Or maybe at nighttime when you sleep, maybe turn it down by 1 degree or whatever. But other than that, I would just leave the thermostat at one setting all day, all night. Because the thing is, you're not saving energy when you turn the thermostat down a few degrees, and then when you turn the thermostat up a few degrees warmer in the mornings when you get up, you're not saving any energy at all, because you're making the furnace work harder, because it's got to heat all the walls up and stuff, and you got to use more energy to warm things up, and it takes such a long time to get it back up to temperature. So really, I don't think you're saving anything at all. It makes just more sense to leave the thermostat at one setting and don't change it. So keep it at one temperature setting all day and all along, and that's where I'm going to keep mine at 21 Celsius or 70 Fahrenheit is where I'm leaving it at. 21 Celsius or 70 Fahrenheit. Pretty cool. And then you got the kill switch here that turns it right off. And then back on. That's how it is. How it is to it. Now let's see if I can get the box to close and lock up the thermostat. So it's a very, very, very small thermostat. I'm able to get it to close, no problem. No problem. Thermostat set for 21, heat on 21 Celsius, automatic. That's what you call a plug-in thermostat. Pretty cool. I hope they start making these in stores, in the Home Depot, and I hope they start carrying the product because I really, really like it. I think it's pretty cool. But you should make plug-in thermostats, like if they say it's designed to run an air conditioner or a heater, they need to have a heat and cool switch on it, because on this thermostat there is no heat and cool mode. It's just a standard for off or on position. And the thermostat is actually saying it's 21 over here right now, so it just killed power to my furnace. So the furnace is not going to run until this thing drops down a degree or so. And if for some reason I just don't find it warm enough, whatever, I can always just unplug the thermostat and then just run the power directly from the timer, so which is pretty cool. My romantic Valentine's gift, laugh out loud, an actual real thermostat that plugs in the wall. They call it a plug-in thermostat, which is pretty cool. And I got it hooked up to my timer. And I got the timer on auto mode. I know timer's on mode there, that's for on. And auto. Well, the cool thing now is I have a real actual thermostat that can control my furnace. And if I wish to use my timer to run the furnace, the heater, I can still run my timer. I can still use the timer by unplugging the thermostat out of the wall and then just plug this directly into the timer like I used to. So this is what I used to call my thermostat, but the only thing about this thing is it doesn't sense the temperature. So I was actually the real thermostat that sensed the temperature. So using the timer is like a thermostat, you know, it turns it on and off for you, but it doesn't, you can't really set it. So if it's too warm or too cold, you got to either turn it on or off. But this is pretty cool. So I'm gonna turn the thermostat on here, and it's set for 5 Celsius. So I'll turn that on. That's all it is. And then if I just turn the thing up until it calls for heat, it's set for 5 Celsius. So I'm going to turn that thing on until that light changes from red to green. I'm turning the thermostat up, turning the dial up until we hear the clicking noise. The heater should turn on. So it's, where is it now? 13 Celsius. 16, 17, 18, still not on at 18 because it's still warmer in here. 19, so it's turned on at 19 now. It turns on at 19 Celsius. That's pretty neat. See that little mark on there? So it's set at about 19 now is where it's set at. So thermostat set at 19. It's hard to tell. It's actually hard to tell on the camera, but with my own eyes, I see it set on at 19 Celsius. Heat on 19. And then if I just turn the thing back down, it turns it off at 18 Celsius. So heater turns off at 18 Celsius. And then if I turn the thing back up again a degree, it should turn the heater back on. And it turns back on at 19 Celsius. So this is pretty cool. I can, I can just leave it at 19 or whatever, and it'll maintain the temperature about 19 degrees. So that's pretty cool, I say. This is pretty cool. So I have the plug-in thermostat plugged into my timer, and I have the switch to on mode. That's pretty neat. This is the 24-hour on and off timer. And then I can set this thing wherever I want it to be set at. And then you got the switch here that turns it off. It kills the power directly. But there's no heat and cool mode. So it does tell me on it that you can run an air conditioner. But how can you run an air conditioner on this? Because the air conditioner blows cold air. So you need to be able to switch it from heat mode to cool mode. But the main thing is, all I care is as long as I can run the heat on it. That's really all I care anyways. That's pretty cool. So this is what it's supposed to look like. It's a plug-in thermostat. It looks very similar as a timer. However, this is not a timer. This is an actual thermostat. It senses the temperature in the room, just like electric thermostat for baseboard heaters. So, and you can set it to whatever temperature you want it, 15. So, and when the temperature reaches its temperature setting, what it does is it kills power to your plug, and it shuts your space heater off. So this is actually more better than an actual timer, because this here is sensible to temperature, and it is a money saver and energy saver as well. So you can regulate the temperature. If you want it really warm, you can set it for 25, or keep the thing set at 20 or 18 or 22, whatever. 20. You shouldn't turn it any higher than 23 Celsius, because laugh out loud, most landlords don't allow a thermostat to go any higher than 21 or 70 Fahrenheit. So right now it's off. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it turns on at 20. And it turns off at 19. 20 on, 19 off. This is so darn cool. 20 turns on at 20, and then it turns off at 19. And then it turns on at 20, 21, 22. You can leave it set 22, toasty warm. 23, which shouldn't go any higher than that. Laugh out loud. 25, and you can turn her all the way up to 30. So we'll keep her set at 22, 21, 20, 19. It turns off at 19. It calls for heat at 20, and then it turns it off at 19. And then you can turn the thing all the way down. So, that's cool. That is so friggin' cool. I hope they start carrying this plug-in thermostat. I'm one of the first customers to get it, and it's not available at the Home Depot in my area. However, I believe sometime in the spring they'll probably start carrying this product out in the stores. I hope it will be a good seller, and hopefully it will be available. In now stores at the Home Depot. So this thermostat has traveled all the way from Winnipeg to my place. Pretty darn cool. I like it. My Valentine's gift. My romantic gift. Plug-in thermostat. Something I really like. 20 turns on at 20 and then it shuts off at 19. 20 and then 19 off. That's cool.